So moving on, we are going to talk about mistakes and failures. We've all experienced them. I've probably made at least 10 or 20 during this broadcast alone. And learning from them is absolutely essential to an artist's creative development career. And Ayesha, I know that this, am I not on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I thought the way you said hello, I was like, hello? Okay. So yeah, let's talk about mistakes. Some mistakes are something to be expected and kind of embraced as the process in your creativity. So, what's your, I know you have something really interesting to talk about, so I'm going to let you ride with this. All right.
Yeah. So, I'm 100% with that about mistakes and about expecting them. For me, this topic came up a lot in the last few weeks because I just had 3 of my short film projects at 3 different film festivals. And I'm really happy to have gotten all 3 of them out there into the world. But of course, as with any piece of creative work, once you get it out there, you're like, oh, that little thing. Oh, I wish I would have done that better. Or even, just the way that you've done the business of it. Sometimes you'll lament like, oh, if I had only done this. Or, for a musician, oh, I really shouldn't have bought all those CDs that are now sitting in the closet and I have to try and sell. I know how it is. I mean, those are the kind of mistakes that we make, not just artistic ones, but sometimes business choice ones, sometimes ones of I associated with this person and now, oh, that doesn't look so good. So we all make mistakes and we need to expect it right from the start. And especially like going back to the filmmaking thing, it's something that at every budget level, and I think this is true of most creative endeavors, it doesn't matter how much money you have to pump into it or like what level you're working at, there are going to be things that go wrong. Always, always, they will go wrong. And so starting from a place of expecting that, it's not a bad manifesting thing or whatever to expect that there will be a mistake. It's actually a way of letting yourself off the hook and forgiving yourself ahead of time and letting yourself be and explore in the space of creativity in a really free way. So I think it's a really important thing to let yourself do that. Now, one of the enemies to this, of course, is our friend perfectionism. And perfectionism, it gets a bad rap, which actually there are good things about perfectionism too. I mean, it allows us to have standards, to have discernment. And this in a time when the standards about things are very fluid and in flux. So if we can have standards for ourselves, that's good. But we can't let it rule us and rule the things we do. We can't let it prevent us from putting our work and our message into the world. So I like to think about, getting it to a certain point, and when it's close enough, it's ready to go. I remember a long time ago when I was doing one of these language learning CDs, and they encourage you, once you've gotten to 75% knowledge of what's on the CD and answered about that many questions right, to move on to the next. Don't wait to get to 100%. Just go on to the next lesson. Because if you don't do that, you'll get bored and stuck with trying to get to the 100% and really learn much better and grow much faster if you just hover at the 75% and then move on. So I like to apply that in the things I do. A mentor in the acting world of mine, Bonnie Gillespie, has this launch at 85% motto. And I think it's a great thing for all artists to be able to put themselves out there when they're almost ready. Let yourself have a beta phase. Every business out there, and especially in the tech world, which so much of our world is made up of now, has a beta phase, a time to let ourselves work out the kinks. And it's good to let ourselves have that. When we were kids, we were learning to walk or to read. We let ourselves be novices. And I would encourage you to find ways to let yourself be a novice again. Even if the world around you is looking at you like, oh, we don't let adults be novices anymore. You let yourself, and let's try to create an environment where we can let each other be novices a little more, because there's a kind of enchantment in that moment of like not quite knowing, of exploring something new and letting yourself do that. So I would say this week, take joy in the places that you can be a novice and rediscover that experience of not having the pressure of being a pro all the time. Take a look at it. Where in your life this week can you be a novice and enjoy it and expect mistakes and enjoy them? That's what I got.